In today's video, I want to show you how to test the pH of your soil. It's a fairly easy procedure. The only thing is obviously to be able to have one of these pH testers or any other pH tester. This one is the EcoTester pH1, and it's very easy to use. You will need a cylinder, a graduated cylinder, to be able to do your mixture in, some deionized water or distilled water, and then a piece of paper where you can put your soil on so that it dries, a spatula to collect your soil sample, and also to mix it with the water before testing. So first thing you want to do is collect some random samples from your vegetable garden, and you can keep separate samples so that you test them, and then you can see if there is a variation on your garden or if it's pretty much similar. Today I'll just show you on one sample. So first thing you want to do is collect some samples and let it dry, and once it's dry, like this one's been sitting on for a few hours now, it's pretty dry. Take it, put it in your cylinder, and then add some deionized water. The quantities are not very important, but I would say, grab a couple of tablespoons of soil and mix it with 50 milliliters of water. That should do. So then you have your sample. Now the important thing is to mix it well, and mix it for a couple of minutes so that you get a decent reading. So this I've been mixing for 2-3 minutes right now. It should be ready to take the reading. Now let it settle maybe 20-30 seconds. While that settles, I'll show you this. So basically this one, you turn it on. Now this has a way to calibrate. It's been calibrated. It's you can use the user's manual to follow how it's done, but you don't have to do it too often. And the bottom part has to always be wet, so make sure it's always sitting in, there's water in the receptacle there. And then between each testing and at the end of your testing, make sure to wash it properly and then put it in some clean water. So now go and just dip it in the solution and just agitate it slowly. So as you can see here, it's a bit of an alkaline soil. That means I would have to lower the pH to somewhere more neutral or below. Ideally you want a 5.5 to 6.5 range for most of the vegetables, but it's always depends on what you're growing. Online you can have access on what they need, but ideally if you had gotten a 5.5 to 6.5 pH, that would have been excellent. So this one is too alkaline for my taste, so I'm gonna have to correct that. So I'm gonna have to do some research on how to bring the acidity up. You can usually do that by getting certain type of fertilizer that will acidify your soil, but I'm sure there are other ways to do it by keeping it organic, and I'll see what I can do. So once you're done, just rinse your pH meter, turn it off, and store it for the next time you're testing. Good luck.